Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You're back. It's been a
Free
while.
Spot Friday slash Saturday. We back, everybody. Got a few things we want to talk about. Sorry for the long wait. I was on vacation, vacating it up.
Where'd you even go? I forgot where you went.
Went to Rhode Island.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was not last Saturday, but the previous Saturday. So 2 weeks ago, actually. And then I was up there from Saturday until Wednesday. Me and my girl came back. Went up there to spend some time with her family, and then we came down here, came back home, and her brother and sister came. And we were just hanging out and stuff. And they went home last Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday. Man, time flies. Oh my god,
Yeah, it's been a whole week.
it's been a whole week. It's been 2 weeks since I left. I left. What time is it? This time 2 Saturdays ago, I was still on the train going up there.
Oh, you took a train up?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was all right. It was
Nice.
all
What was it, like 12, 10 hours?
right.
12 hours?
Almost 12. It was like 11.
Yeah, yeah.
That's because there's so many stops.
Right,
They
right.
stop at every train station on the way, pick people up, drop people off. So
Yeah.
if it
A
was a
plane would have
straight
probably
there,
took you an hour.
yeah, if it was a plane, it would probably took me like
Hour,
I
hour and
think
a
it's like
half.
three. Nah, it ain't gonna be an hour. It would have been like 3, maybe 4 hours.
No, Connecticut's only an hour and a half.
It is.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. From Richmond to, what is it? New Haven Airport, I think it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn. Yeah. Oh shit.
For $60 round trip.
Damn. So yeah, we're gonna have to make that move because we planning on going back in December, the week before Christmas.
Oh, dude, that's like when they're the cheapest.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And we're going to Rhode Island too, so it should be no offense to Rhode Island, but should be cheap as well.
You might get stuck by snowfall though in December up north, so you might want to make a decision based on that.
Yeah, that's true.
We got caught up when we went to on our cruise. We went from Richmond to Miami on the airplane, and then we got on the ship in Daytona. No, it was probably Miami Beach. But when we're coming back, it was like December. I think we left on the 7th and came back on the 15th or something like that.
Mm.
We had to take a flight from Richmond or from Miami to Pennsylvania for some reason because Richmond shut down for snowfall, I guess, quote unquote snowfall.
Wow, that's crazy. We don't get snow like that down here.
Yeah. So we went to Pennsylvania, which if Richmond closed down for snowfall, what do you think it's doing in Pennsylvania?
Shut the whole airport down.
They as soon as we landed, they shut the whole airport down. Yeah.
Damn.
There was 2 feet of snow on the runway.
Damn.
Yeah, so they shoveled out a puddle jumper, which is basically a small plane. I think it fits like 100 people, whereas like a normal plane fits more than that. Actually, I think it's 50 for the puddle jumper and then 100 for the normal like nation planes.
Yeah, commercial airliner.
Yeah, yeah. So we get in the puddle jumper and it's going to Richmond, and now we're coming from cold to a little bit warmer weather, so your sinuses are all messed up. Yeah, that was yeah, and to get on the puddle jumper, you have to go on the runway to get to it. So we're getting snowed in while we're trying to get, back into the plane. And we packed with shorts and stuff because we came from Miami.
Right.
So, I'm wearing shorts and a short sleeve shirt with a little dinky hoodie because
Mm.
it's, Miami's warm.
Right.
I was not a happy camper.
Yeah, I bet, man. That switching climates is not cool.
No, I hate that. That's the only thing I hate about flying.
Yeah, that because it's cooler. It's a lot cooler up in Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
Down here it's like always 90 something degrees,
Yeah.
and like up there it was like in the 70s. And I was like, man, this is different. But I don't mind the heat, but I see why my girl's always like, man, it's so hot out here because she's from up there. I was like, man, I'm
Oh,
used to it. But
yeah.
I went up there and I'm like, okay, I see. I was up there from Saturday to Wednesday. Not one time did it hit 90 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Connecticut, so it was quite a change coming down here.
Yeah.
But just a disclaimer for the viewers, if you hear like meowing in the background, we got 2 5-week-old kittens yesterday, so they're a little chatty.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, just bear with us for a minute. So chatty.
Let me out. I remember
Yeah.
when my aunt, she was going to Germany for her job for the first time, and we all went to the airport with her. This was like during the winter time, and they was spraying something on the airplane. I think it was snowing a little bit. They were spraying something on the freaking airplane.
Probably like something so ice can't stick to it.
Yeah, I just remember that. But
Down here?
yeah, from Richmond.
Oh yeah, to Germany. Yeah. Because it's a very long flight, so they're very specific with those planes. Those are international airplanes.
Yeah, yeah. When we flew to Poland, I flew to Poland. That was a 14-hour flight.
Mm-hmm. That's actually quicker than a standard flight.
It was 14 hours. We flew from Georgia because I went with a unit from Georgia, so we took the bus to Georgia, and then like the next day we went to the airport and then went to Poland, and it was a 14-hour flight from Georgia. But when we came back, we flew to Bangor, Maine. It was a 7-hour flight from Poland to Maine, which is pretty trippy. Then it was like a few-hour flight to like Georgia.
Yeah, normal. I think a normal flight to Poland is about a day.
Yeah, that shit was 14 hours. That's the day right there.
No, I mean like an actual like full day, like close to 24 hours. I believe.
I mean,
Because Poland's further than Germany, right?
they're right beside each other.
Yeah. Because my aunt and uncle used to live in Germany,
Mm.
and they said coming back they had to. I think they took a boat though, because they had their cars and stuff.
All right.
I think I can't remember. They speak fluent German though, so they're kind of scary.
I don't think it's a full day because we're planning on going to Japan, and I think that's going to be even longer.
Yeah, because you have to take a flight to California, don't you, and then get
Well,
it.
I don't know. I think we flying from the East Coast. I don't know. I haven't done. Don't quote me on that because I haven't done any research on it yet.
I believe it's from California to Japan. Like you fly from here to California to Japan. I believe that's how they do it.
But that makes sense.
Because I think one of my old coworkers that left my current job, he flew to China and he took a flight from here to California to China.
Mm.
But it could have been cheaper that way. Maybe that's why he did it.
Could have been.
Because I think if you leave from the East Coast to Japan, I think that's more expensive.
Yeah,
But that's a
probably.
really long flight.
I want to fly on what's first class called? Business class?
No, I think it's just called first class.
I think it's called something else. It's like I think it's business or something.
Economy?
Economy. Oh, it's something like that.
I'm not rich enough for that.
Nah, I wanna fly that way.
I've never been on a flight where they serve you drinks, so I guess I'm missing out on something.
Serve you drinks like what?
Like alcohol.
What you mean? They do that on all, all the flights?
Do they? I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Shit, when I was coming home, I was in first class, but one time when I was coming home from basic training, this was like for Christmas break. So like if somebody doesn't, if somebody has a first class seat and they don't come to the, get on the flight, then they'll go and ask a serviceman or woman, whoever's in uniform, like, hey, would you, such and such, Mr. or Mrs. such and such didn't come to get their seat. Would you like to fly first class? So they came to me. My boy, he was 2 rows in front of me, but he had already fell asleep. He fell asleep as soon as we got on the plane before we even took off. So they came and asked me, but I was just like, I had a window seat, so I just wanted to be on the window seat.
Mm.
But then it was a couple beside me, and they was looking at me after the flight attendant. She asked me that, and the couple looked at me. I looked at them. They was like nodding their head, like, "Yeah, go ahead." Like, yes. So
Get
first
it.
class seat. Hell yeah, go ahead. So I was
Get
like,
it.
oh well, yeah, I'm okay. I went, and then I remember the stewardess. Are they called stewardess? Or
Yes.
so she kept asking me. She was like, "Would you like something to drink?" And I was 21, so I could have had something to drink. But I was like, "No, ma'am, I can't. I'm in uniform, so I don't think I can actually do that." She was like,
Yeah,
"You
respect the
sure?"
uniform.
Exactly. She was like, "You sure?" And I'm like, "Yes, ma'am. I can't. I'm in uniform." She's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am. I'm good. I'm fine." But she was like, "Okay, if you want something, just let me know." She was trying to get me drunk on that motherfucking plane. But she kept asking me. I remember she walked past like 2 more times, like, "You sure you want something now?" Nah, no, ma'am. I'm good. I'm good. I'm about to go home. I'm good. She kept asking, but that first class seat, I want to fly first class to Japan.
I don't blame you. That's a
Hell
long
yeah.
flight.
A long ass flight.
Mm-hmm.
So, and plus we got time. I mean, ain't like we got kids, and me and my girl just got a raise. Shout out to the jobs. They just gave us raises. So it's
You
like,
got kids?
no, I said we don't.
Oh, whew, you scared me for a minute there.
Yeah, dang, ain't got no kids yet.
That's what I was like, wait, when did this happen?
Nah, not yet. It's funny though, cause last night, well, early this morning, I had 2 dreams that I had a son. Like I've had dreams over the years that I've had kids, and I want kids. And I remember the first dream I woke up, told my girl about it, went back to sleep, had another dream about me having a son. As soon as I went to sleep, saw another dream, had a son. Then I woke up, told her about that. She was like, "That's crazy." It's like, yes, it is crazy. Just dreaming about kids.
Yeah, I've been dreaming about kids a lot lately too. So,
And it's like you're not even thinking about them before you go to bed,
mm-mm.
and then you just go have a dream. It's like very vivid.
It's fate.
Kids is
That's
there.
fate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait. I
It's
can't wait.
been. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say. You
Oh,
good.
I was gonna say like it was just a random thing that popped in my head. It's been April was the last time I smoked anything.
Okay.
Well, except for taking a hit off of her vape once, but
Mm-hmm.
what is that? So it's been 4 months. 4 months since I smoked.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a while.
Yeah, feels really weird though. Like every now and then I get the urge to like grab a cigarette or something or a vape, but I just tell myself, hey, you feel better. Your lungs
Yeah.
feel good. You can breathe.
Right.
So I'm enjoying it. I can take a deep breath without choking on it.
Right. Don't
But
need that in life.
I was gonna say, add to your plane story there. Um, when I got to the being of age, because my brother's older than me, so my brother used to go to Texas to see my grandparents alone. Like he'll hop on a flight, he'll meet my great uncle in Georgia, and then they'll put him on another flight, a connecting flight to Texas, straight to Texas. So he was never really alone; he was just alone on the plane. And this is back when he was 10. And
Wow.
so my grandparents wanted me to do the same thing. When I'm of age, get on a plane and go see them for like 3-4 months.
Hmm.
And because they have a spare room for me to stay in. So when I was 14, back in 2014, back when I was heavy on the World Cup, um, they sent me on a plane by myself and they gave me a ticket so I get the exit window with plenty of leg room and stuff. And this family came up to me and they're like, "Hey, we want to sit together. Would you possibly give up your ticket?" And I asked them where they were sitting. They were sitting in the back. And at the time, TMI, but my bladder was very small. So I
Right.
was like, you know what? I'm willing to trade. So I traded the seats and I got, my own window seat. I was actually alone in the back. Nobody sat next to me, so it was actually really nice.
Yeah.
But for some reason that flight, so they stopped in Florida, but I stay on the plane. It was really weird.
Did
So
everybody stay on the plane?
no, everyone got off. I was the only one that stayed on.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it felt really weird. And I was talking to the stewardess, or what do you call them? Flight attendants? I guess the proper term would be flight attendants because I don't want to be demeaning.
Right.
But they were on there and they're like talking to me. They're like, "Are you lost? Are you?" I was like, "No, I'm taking." It says on the ticket it's a connection flight to Texas, and so they're sitting back there. They're chatting with me. They're all like, "Oh my god, you're so cute," you know, because I'm just a little kid. You know, I got to talk to the pilots and stuff, which was really cool. And then I went to Texas for 4 months, basically the entire summer until I go back to school.
Right.
The last time I saw him was 2020, I believe. I think because that's when COVID started. Because they
Yep.
furloughed me from my job for. I think they furloughed me. The original plan was 4 months on furlough,
Mm-hmm.
and so my grandfather had he had a stroke,
Mm.
and so they said, "Hey, if you're not going to fix yourself, you only have 6 months, give or take.
Mm.
6 to 9 months is what they gave him, or 3 to 6, something like that." So, you know, when I found out this happened, you know, obviously I'm sad. So my parents bought me a flight to go, and I think I was like 20 at the time.
Yeah.
And
It had to be because that was a year before I met you.
yeah, because I'm 23 now. It's 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, through a long debate and discussion, he finally like agreed to us saying that he should get the pacemaker. So at least they gave him an extra 10 years at least with the pacemaker.
Right.
So, you know, I'm down there, I'm watching them. I was there for about a month and a half, but like the second week I got there, they called me saying that they need me back at work because one of the painters quit, or they laid him off. Yeah, they laid him off and they needed me to come in. And I'm like, "Listen, I'm here for my grandfather. Like, y'all gonna have to give me time."
Right.
And we drove down. It took us 22 hours to drive down.
Damn.
And yeah, that was with a, you know, twin turbo Mercedes.
Mm.
Because, you know, my aunt. But, you know, her and I drove, and the speed limit in Texas is 85.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's all flat. So, you know,
Okay.
she passed out in the passenger seat. So I'm like, oh, let me test this baby out.
You
Because
open this thing on up.
she's so like, for good reason, because it's Mercedes, expensive, but she was so strict with the speed limit. Like, she's like, okay, no speeding. You have to go the speed limit. I'm like, well, it's 85. She's asleep. Legally,
hey, follow the rules. Do as you told.
legally, I have a privilege of going 5 over.
You said it was a twin turbo.
Yeah, it's a 2-liter turbo V 4-cylinder. Not actually twin turbo. I wish.
Okay.
No, but it was a 2-liter turbo, which I always say it has a little extra speed, you know, whatever. But it's just marketing. But
Right.
I mean, that thing had great mileage on it, like great gas mileage.
Right.
And at the time, gas for premium in Texas was like $2 a gallon. Yeah, it was cheap. And so, because she only put premium in because it's a luxury vehicle.
Right. Yeah.
So we stopped to fill up. She hopped in the passenger seat to pass out. And then, you know, it's 85 throughout the highway. So I'm going like 90, 95.
Wow.
And I'm having a blast. It's crystal smooth. Like driving, I don't even know how to explain it. Driving on a pillow, I guess.
No, I can understand because my first day of my job, not to cut you off, but the first day of my job when the owner of the company, he took me to meet my supervisor so I could work with him for the day. And the owner, he has a Tesla Plaid. So that has dual motors in it, if I'm not mistaken. So he was one of the only ones in the area with that. And as soon as he got on the highway, man, like he just opened that mug up and like it just, that was my first time being in a Tesla. And it felt like you was just floating, like you just flying.
Yeah.
And we was going like 60 something. And then we was driving and there was a Charger in front of us. Well, in the lane beside us and to our right. No, to our left. And it was a lady. She was like not paying attention. I guess she might have been on her phone or something or sleepy. So she was drifting into our lane, like going back and forth. So he sped up and we got beside her and he was just looking. We both were just looking at her. And then as soon as she made eye contact with us, he just hit the gas. And all you heard was, it just sounded like a machine. It didn't sound like a car, like, it was just like, it's just like a hum. And we just, man, I've never been in a muscle car or nothing super fast where somebody just hit the gas and you just like the G-force just push you back into the seat.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that in a car, but like on an airplane or a roller coaster, yeah. But in a car, bro, he hit the gas. We went from like 50 something to 75 in like a split second, bro.
Yeah, they're fast.
Like, back of my head is being pushed into this headrest on the seat. I'm like, oh, that thing was flying.
Like a cartoon just getting sucked into the seat.
Bro, yes. I'm like, what is going on? And it felt like I'm what I imagine like being on acid is like, and you do something crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
Speaking of Teslas, did you see the new, I think it's a new Hellcat, but it has electric motor.
No, that's crazy.
I saw the some car guy was on YouTube. I forgot who did it. It's not like, I guess, a super well-known channel to my knowledge, but they were covering like all the different specs for the new cars coming out because every car now is going to be a hybrid or completely electric.
That's crazy.
So like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, they're all transitioning to electric motors.
Hold on, time out. I'm about to break the seal on my urine. I gotta go use it. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. But
okay.
In the meantime, I'm gonna play this good old lo-fi music and I'll be right back.
Okay. Taking a piss break. Leave it up to Monte. The kittens are fighting. So fussy. Yeah, I'm sorry guys if you guys hear the kittens in the background, you know. They're a little fussy right now. Little fur balls. They're like not bigger than my hand. They're only 5 weeks. Oh, now they're kissing each other. Oh, and back to fighting.
Woo! All right, that's enough. I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Anyways, so they were covering the new Challenger. I forgot what spec it was. Like, I think it was one of the Hellcats. I feel like it was like a Hellcat hybrid kind of thing. But they had a complete muffler delete because it's electric. So now when you buy it, if you buy the electric version, you can get a remote for an exhaust, which is like, you know, every time you hit the accelerator, it'll make a sound coming out through the back. So it'll sound like a muscle car, but it's completely electric. Which honestly, like, I get why they want to do it. Like, I'm all for electric because it's better on the environment. But at the same time, it's like, you can't just force us to get electric. Like, if you're going to make us get electric, you should give us some kind of rebate so we can get one.
Right.
Because not everyone can afford one. Even a basic Tesla is like $30,000, $40,000.
Plus, with me, I'm skeptical about it because, like, I watch too much TV. Now, I done seen movies where they didn't have, like, iRobot. He's going through the tunnel. He's sitting there chilling in his car. And then next thing you know, the robots just come through or whatever. But it's like, it was another movie called Upgrade. The movie called Upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they got the EV, the electrical vehicle, and somebody hacked it and just drove his shit into a building or some crazy shit. So it's like, I don't like that. Like, people get hacked, your email get hacked, all kinds of stuff get hacked. But like, what's stopping somebody from going rogue at the company and just hacking like 250,000 vehicles? Like, what's stopping it? Like, that ain't gonna happen in a gas vehicle. That's going wherever I tell it to go because I'm driving it.
Yeah.
Straight manual, manpower. I'm driving this, but I can't put my trust in. I can't. It's not even something to be. Oh man, you're crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, okay, yeah, right. Nah, I just can't do it. They're nice. I give it to you. They're nice.
Yeah,
but I've been seeing stuff about like the Hummer, the electric Hummer, like charging that up at the houses. It takes forever to charge. Yeah. I don't know what it's like for all the other EVs, but the Hummer,
it's the same thing.
Just came out like last year. Yeah,
But it what bugs me about it is based on like a lot of Tesla owners that I've talked to, it's like if the battery dies, like if the battery's kaput in the whole car, you can't charge it, nothing. That totals the vehicle because
right.
it's only battery operated. So you either pay $8,000 for a new battery or you pay another $40,000 for a new one.
Nah. And then another thing, like if the battery, from what I seen with the Hummer, this guy was talking about, and he was like, oh no, it might have been a Tesla. No, it was a Tesla. He was saying like he had, I don't know how true this is, I don't know, but basically he was like the car had died and he can't get in the car.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that
So
same
once
video.
if you lock your keys in the car, you can call your cousin Ray Ray. He'll get in the car. You call it's called insurance company. You call them, whatever, they'll pop the lock. But how you gonna get in this car? And how the tow truck driver, how he gonna get this car up on the truck?
Yeah.
If you can't even get in there to put it in neutral and steer the wheel, do what you got to do, how you gonna move the vehicle?
Yeah.
Now
You can ruin your
40
axle.
to 60, 70, $90,000 worth of vehicle just sitting there, and then you got to pay a few grand or a couple grand to get it, bring it back to operational, whatever, bringing that to an operational point again. Like it just don't seem worth it to me. Like,
no,
they're nice. Like they're nice. Like being them, like the owner of the company, because I was asking him, like before we got on the highway, I was like, he was telling me about it, whatever. He was like, you ever been in one of these before? I was like, nah. So he started telling me about it, and I was like, do you ever let it drive by itself? And he was like, he just did it. It's like a button on the. It's not even a wheel. It's like a Indy 500, like a speed racer, like a speed racer steering wheel. It's not even a circular wheel, man. It's like rectangular.
Yeah, it's really weird
he just
looking.
hit the switch with his thumb, and then he just took his hands off of it and took his feet off the pedal, took his foot off the pedal, and it started driving.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it.
Oh yeah, it's real cool.
But it's like you can't even go to a regular mechanic because no mechanic's gonna have Tesla parts in his back pocket. You have to go to Tesla dealership to go get it fixed.
Man,
and they're
you'd
inflated.
be lucky to find a mechanic that know how to work on Hondas and Toyotas, let alone the EV.
Yeah,
unless you go to the dealership, but the dealership, some of them have like janky mechanics. Like last year in October, my girl, she wanted to she had to go get an oil change, and she got a Toyota Corolla, so she wanted to go get an oil. She had to go get an oil change. Cool, and she was like, her inspection wasn't due until December. This was last October, so she was like, while I'm here, I might as well just get them to inspect this, so I don't have to come back 2 months later.
Yeah, might as well.
Common sense, right?
Yeah.
So one of the brackets on her, the light bulb, the headlight. Yep. So one of the brackets that holds it in place was cracked, but it wasn't hanging out or nothing, like, because it still had the other bracket up there. It was just, and mind you, she went to that same dealership the year prior, and they fixed it. They gave her not fixed it, but they gave her the inspection. They passed the inspection. So when she went to get the inspection after the oil change that same day, they was like, hey, we can't fix this because, some, and based off the accident you had in the car, we got to charge you this amount to fix this. She was like, I didn't have an accident in this car. Like, I just got this car. Like, she just moved from Rhode Island, like, a year prior. So, like, I just got this car. Like, I've never been in an accident in this car. She got the car from down here.
Yeah.
So they tried to charge her like $800 to fix it. So she was like, nah, that's cool. I'm good. So she was like low-key stressing out, like, man, that's some bull. What I'm gonna do? But she would have, fixed it, got it done eventually. But she was just like, that's crazy. Like, what? So I was like, no, don't worry about it. We went to my mom's house like that weekend, and I was like, my uncle's coming. My uncle from he's from here, but he live in Maryland. He coming down. He's he know how to fix cars and do all that stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna just get him to look at it. So he went out there and looked at it. He was like, man, come here, Jamonte. Let me show you what they're talking about. He said, you see that little crack right there? I was like, yeah. He said, that's what they're talking about. I said, what? Bro, I was pissed.
How much were they charging her?
They tried to charge her $800, Peyton.
What?
Bro. And he said, just go to AutoZone Advanced Auto Parts, and get this. It's like PW Weld. Or it's some like
JB Weld.
Yeah, you just mix the shit on a piece of like cardboard or something. You squeeze like two different things of adhesives. You got to squeeze them out, and then you got to mix them up. It comes with like a wooden stick. You mix it up, and then you just use the stick to apply it on whatever.
Yep.
And then they got some for like metal and plastic. He told me go buy the plastic one and just put it on the crack. Bro, I did that. I took her to an inspection place that I got my cars inspected at, and they was like, all right, cool, here you go, pass the inspection. Bro, that shit cost me like $10.
Yeah.
And then the inspection cost like $20. They tried to charge her $800. I said, yeah, you don't need to go back to that dealership.
Yeah. Yeah, like today I dropped off my truck, or today my truck was in the shop, and I picked it up like around noon today. And they called me and said, hey, your light bulb's out for the state inspection, so that's $50. I'm like, okay, whatever. 2 light bulbs out, whatever, $50, whatever. I'll pay that. State inspection is $20. And then and I have VIP because I bought my truck from the Sheehy dealership out in Fredericksburg.
But the light bulbs cost like $8.
Yeah, but I wasn't really worried about it. $50 is $50.
That's a quick fix. You can do that.
Yeah, but I didn't really feel like it.
Well, next time I feel like it, I'll change that shit for you. Fuck that.
So they called me and said, hey, it's going to be $600 for a spark plug change and then another $600 for 4x4 fluid. And I'm like, wait a minute. Toyota said they'll do everything like that for $300. Why are you charging me $1,200 for everything? And then they're like, oh, well, you said you need your back rotors looked at and blah, 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 which the old owner converted my rear brakes to drums because they last longer, but they're more expensive. So Toyota said they'll resurface them for me to not make them squeak, but I already spent $400 that day. I didn't want to spend another $400. So, I was just like, whatever, I'll just hang on to it because state inspection passed them. So... they said, yeah, we can't scratch them down, blah, 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 because this is Sheehy Ford. Previously, I went to Sheehy Toyota, and they're usually good to me. But Sheehy Ford's like, yeah, we can't resurface them. You're going to have to get new ones if you want them changed from squeaking all the time. I'm like, okay, how much is that? And they're like, oh, it's going to be $1,000 per.
Nigga,
I'm like,
please.
What?
I would have told them just like that. Even if I was white, I would have told them, nigga, please. What you talking about?
They wanted to charge me $2,000 for the day, $2,200 for the day just to do some basic maintenance.
Bro, that's like McDonald's started making a lot of money back in the day because I watched that movie with Michael Keaton called The Founder. It talked about the McDonald's, how it started and shit.
Yeah, how he stole it under the owners.
What'd you say?
He stole the franchise from under the owners.
Yeah. So McDonald's started making more money because they was like, do you want fries with that? So like mechanics are like, do you want me to change this? Like, I mean, nah, you want me to change this $1,000. Like, wait a minute, motherfucker. I just came in here to get some windshield wiper fluid. What are you talking about? Nah, matter of fact, now your door done fell off. My door? I ain't got no deep, bitch. What you talking about? Well, it's on the ground. How I get on the ground? It's right there. Look, door on the ground.
Help. That's really how it be, though.
Truck like, help, get me from back here. Put the chloroform on a napkin and put it over your fucking car's grill. Go to sleep.
Dude, it's crazy though, because every time I go to Sheehy Ford, I have a dash cam on my truck just in case, because I drive for my company, so in case I get an accident, I'm not liable.
Right. Oh, hold on. You drive your personal vehicle?
Yeah.
Make sure you track your mileage.
Yeah, I get reimbursed.
I was about to say mileage and gas.
Yeah, they give me, usually I make $30 to $40 per day over.
And for taxes, when you filing your taxes.
Does it count? Because federal gives me that paycheck. Well,
I don't know. I don't know if that's if you're an independent contractor or not.
I think that's independent contractor.
Okay. Well, do it anyway. Try it anyway.
Well, yeah, I have to put extra pay on the W-2 or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I get reimbursed. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I have a dash cam, and so every time I go to Sheehy Ford, they always unplug it. But whenever I go to Sheehy Toyota, they don't touch it.
Yeah, because Sheehy Ford, they some shady MFers.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you unplug that?
Yeah, they unplug it from both the cigarette lighter and then the camera.
Yeah, they on some bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
no,
some
they
like
really are.
dated. That's some like rogue cop bullshit. Like
Yeah.
when they know they about to go do some bullshit, they cut the body cams off.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Why you touching my shit? It's
Yeah.
already bad enough when I go get an oil change. You adjust my seat to your height. Then when I get in the car, my shit up on the steering wheel. I didn't do that. Sit my shit back the way it was.
Get this shit, right? So I have aftermarket tires on my truck. I didn't buy it. I bought it as is as the truck when I bought it from the dealership. So I had no knowledge of any locked lug nuts or anything. They didn't tell me that. So I never got a key for it. So when I brought it in for its regular maintenance for Sheehy Ford, because I didn't want to drive an hour to Fredericksburg, they said they didn't have a key for it. And I'm like, okay, well, order the key then. And they said, yeah, we'll order the key for $60. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to go without the rotation then. So I had to drive 8,000 miles without a rotation. So I went to Discount Tire and I got a price for the key. And they said, yeah, the key is only $2 per.
Man.
And I'm like, what? So I bought two of them.
Who charged you for the 60? Who tried to charge you for that?
Sheehy Ford.
Man, fuck Sheehy Ford.
Mm-hmm. Nah. I think I'm going to stop going there. I think I'm just going to take the drive up to Fredericksburg when I need services.
Do that. Or ask Kayvon. Like I'd say ask him just so he may know, because he's a mechanic. He worked at the Hyundai dealership that's up the street from y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He worked there for 7 years.
Damn. I didn't know he was there that long.
Yeah, he worked there for 7 years. And look, Kayvon ain't but like, what? He the
26.
same age as my little brother. My little brother about to be 28 next year. Because, I'm about to be 31. Well, no, is he 28 now?
I thought he was 27.
Kayvon? Well, he about to be 28 next year then.
Okay.
Because I think his birthday is in April as well. My brother's him and my brother are like a couple weeks apart or some shit like that.
My birthday's in April too.
Nobody cares.
Oh,
no, I'm playing.
I'm at the beginning of April.
Because when my girl had corrosion on her battery, and I called Kayvon because the dealership was trying to charge her like couple $100, some crazy shit. The Toyota joint is right up the street from y'all. The one that tried to charge her $800. It's the one right up the street.
McGeorge.
Right up the street from y'all.
Yeah, McGeorge right Toyota. There. Yeah, I hate that dealership.
You say you hate it?
Yeah, I hate McGeorge. I went there for my Corolla. They charged me $800 for a new battery.
I'm telling you, bro, a new battery. You can put in a new battery.
Yeah, for $100.
Bro, yes. Some things, like when I was in the Army and when I was driving trucks, some things are user level maintenance, meaning that if you need some more, if the oil low, you can put the oil in there. If you got low fluids, low air in the tires, you can do that. Yeah. But like other deeper shit, like the mechanics gotta go fix it. But some things is like we'll go tell them, like, hey, I need some oil in my truck. Well, all right, the oil over there. Go ahead and get the jank and get the funnel and the can and go ahead and do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So a battery, I done changed the battery in my car when I had the Hyundai when I was working at Ferguson. I changed the battery in that shit. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Get you a basic toolkit, get on YouTube. There you go.
It's easy to change a battery.
Bro, I was about to change my radiator. That shit is so easy. When I had my Hyundai, I was like, man, I'm about to do this. But I called one of my friends who was a mechanic. I was like, I'm gonna just watch him because like he changed my rotors and all that shit before. I remember one time he changed my rotors and my brakes, and he was just charging me. Guess how much he charged me for that shit, bro?
$50.
$20. I said, whoa. Firestone was just about to charge me like $200. You, my friend, I'm not about to let you charge me $20. At least charge me $50.
Yeah.
At least. He was I grew up doing this, so it ain't that big of a deal. I said, no. People want you to come fix their stuff. You gotta basically charge them half of what these dealerships and these shops gonna charge them, because either way they need to get it fixed. Plus, they're gonna have to pay way more if they go to a shop, and you know what you're doing. It's guaranteed. You know what you're doing. So like, bro, you need to charge more. I was like, bro, I'm not about to pay you $20 to do this shit. And you teaching me how to do it. So, like,
Yeah.
with you teaching me how to do it, that means you taking yourself out of a job because in the future, I'm not going to need you to do the shit. So it's like, nah, bro, I'm going to pay you $50. He was like, well, okay. If you, he's still so nonchalant about it. Like, if you want to, I'm like, bro, I'm going to pay you $50, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm not about to pay you. You my friend. I'm not about to pay you $20 to do all this shit. It's hot out here. You taking the
Yeah.
time away from your time, your day to come do this. Hell no, I'm not about to pay you $20.
I gave my old coworker $100 to do the rotors and pads on all four.
Yeah,
When we
bro.
were at work, it was like a lunch break, and he did all four of them for me. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give you like $50. I'll give you 100 because he asked for 60, I think. I was like, I'll give you 100 because I think I only paid. I think the rotors were like $50 for four, and then the brake pads were like 30 for four on Rock Auto.
Bro, Kayvon, that's what I'm about to say. Kayvon, when my girl had a corrosion on her battery, Kayvon, I called Kayvon because my girl was like, yeah, that Toyota dealership, they trying to charge me like, I think it was like one something to get the corrosion off. I called him. He was like, man, fuck that. Get a bottle of Coca-Cola, get a brush, and sweep off all the exit, just clean the area, pour the Coca-Cola on the battery, and then when it dry out, just sweep all the corrosion off. There you go. I said,
Yeah,
for real? He said, hell yeah.
it's probably what they do.
Exactly. Go to the vending machine, get a dollar Coke, pour it on the battery, wipe it off, corrosion gone. That's gonna be $200. Man, fuck you. I seen what you did.
Back when I had my Corolla,
$5, nigga.
I was having issues with it because it almost hit 200,000 miles because I bought it back when I was like 17. And this is before the truck because I got the truck last year. So I had the Corolla. I took it to like a little hole in the wall transmission shop, and like a hole in the wall mechanics, like literally right across the street from my old house when we were renting. And he said, yeah, you're having a misfire in cylinder one, so we'll take a look at it. I'm not going to charge you unless I find something. I was like, cool. So he calls me back and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to replace your spark plug, see if that helps. I'm like, cool, do whatever you need to do. And he's like, yeah, that'll run you about $100. I was like, okay, still cheaper than Toyota.
Way
Still
cheaper.
a little expensive, but still cheaper. So he told me he replaced all four, right? So he turns it on. Now it's still shaking every time it starts up, which I know is not right. A car shouldn't do that. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper. I'm gonna need to keep your car for another like few days. And I'm like, fine, whatever. I have a rental. And so, he calls me back after like a day or two and he's like, yeah, we think we figured it out. Your timing was off and we fixed some little things here and there. So your total bill is like $250. I'm like, okay, whatever. You replaced a lot. So
Right.
he's like, yeah, your car's good and done. So I went to go pick it up, started it up, still shaking. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly there's an issue with it. We can't figure it out. So, I paid the $250, whatever. And I called my fiance's family friend there and he came down to look at it. And he's like, yeah, it drives pretty well. The transmission's not slipping because the transmission was slipping when I was driving it. Because it would like, once it hits second, when it goes into third, it would just like rocket you as soon as it hits third. And I'm like, okay, so it's clearly doing something.
Right.
So he drove it, looked at it, popped the hood and everything. And he's like, you said you got all four spark plugs replaced, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, they only replaced one.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what the hell? Because he said there was only one brand new one in there because the rest were corroded. So I'm like, well, what the hell? And then he said, the mechanic that I had taken it to, he said that I need my fuel pump replaced because maybe that's corroded, getting all the gunk from the bottom of the tank.
Right.
So they wanted to charge me $800 to do that. And, when my fiance's family friend came down, he's like, I don't know why they're charging you $800 to do that because literally it takes 20 minutes to do it. I'm like, yeah, he said he had to drop the tank. He had to drop my muffler, drop the tank and then replace it. Literally, he lifted up my back seat. The hatch for the fuel tank was right there.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, okay, so they're trying to do all this extra shit. So lo and behold, instead of, because he said he recommended that I stop chasing this problem and just either get a new one or just keep driving it out until it's dead.
Right.
So, I'm like, all right, well, it still runs, it still drives. Why don't we just trade it in? Maybe we can get the max dollar for it and then, just kaput it for good and just get a new vehicle. Toyota didn't even test drive it. They barely even looked at it. They offer me $7,000 without even looking at it to take it off my hands, which is literally $2,000 less than what I paid for it back in 2017, which I traded in last year.
Look at the bottom of the screen. Shady mechanics.
Which I'm not gonna say what place he worked for, because it is a small shop and they are still trying to make money. It is COVID time, so they're trying to make their money, but don't be so shisty.
Yeah, man, just keep it real with people, man. Like,
yeah,
because at the end of the day, either one of three things gonna happen. One, they're gonna take it to the shop. Two, they may know a guy that know a guy that know a guy that been fixing cars since Jesus was 12. Or they just gonna get on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube University. Like, dog, it's not that hard. YouTube it. Every time somebody asks me something, hey man, I wanna have you know somebody know YouTube. YouTube know everything. You know how to build a house, how to tear a house down, lay the foundation, do all this, plumbing, electrical, all this shit, installation, cars, all that. Fucking health, all that, fitness, all that, business, all that, fucking mental health, all that. So it's like, dog, use your best discernment, your best judgment of character, and look up some stuff. Do your own research, because a lot of these mechanics at these places, bro, like you said, they was gonna charge you $800 to do some extra shit. They weren't even gonna do all that shit. He said he was gonna drop the tank and all that shit. They weren't gonna do that shit. He was gonna lift up the back seat and do what your fiance's family friend said. Like they was just gonna go from there. He wasn't gonna drop the tank and drop the muffler and drop the this and that. He won't do all that shit because he already knew what the problem was.
Yeah,
he knew exactly where to go find it. Like, this how you know if you got a good dealership or good mechanics at a dealership. They'll tell you, all right, this is the problem. Here, I'm gonna give you these safety glasses. Come back here, I'm gonna show you. Like that happened to me at the Firestone I used to go to. I was like, all right, look, this right here, you see that? You see how it's chipped and that's cracked? It's not supposed to, and it'll look like, oh damn, that look, you might not even know nothing about cars. If you look at something that look crazy, if you think like, oh, if it's on the lot at the car dealership, it's not supposed to look like this. Like if it's not supposed to look like this. So if the mechanics show you, like, you see that's cracked, that's chipped, there's a whole bunch of rust right here, chances are they telling you the truth if they showing you. But a lot of them probably don't even do that. They just telling you like, hey, I gotta tell you, I got some good news, got some bad news. Which one you want first? Give me the bad news. Yeah, you need a new heart. A new heart?
You need a new engine.
What are you talking about, bitch?
We dropped it on the floor by accident.
Change on my truck. Yeah, your truck. That's the good news. Your truck good. But your heart. Oh no, your heart is bad. How you know? Well, I
just say it.
I got a part-time job at the hospital.
God damn.
I work with surgeons. Bitch, give me my goddamn keys. Here you go, sir. I'm sorry about that. Get out my face. Get out my face.
I gotta find someone that does the fluid change and spark plugs for cheap.
Bro, like I said, ask Kayvon, bro.
Yeah, I gotta ask him.
I know a few mechanics. Shout out to my boy Joe. Shout out to my uncle Rodney. Shout out to my boy LJ, and shout out to my boy Kayvon. Those are the mechanics I know going off top of my head. So like those are people I know personally, and one of them I'm related to, but the other ones I'm really cool with, and you cool with one of them, and by default, you know me, you cool with the rest. So it's like, dog, people just ask around.
Actually, I'm gonna text Kayvon right now.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Kayvon. If he don't know, he'll be able to tell you what to do. Like, that's our friend. So like he ain't gonna book. Bro, I remember when we had got the bonus at Ferguson when I was there. This is when I had got my first gun off the bonus. my pistol. And I remember I had just bought a brand like four tires from Costco. Spent $600, bro, which was probably way too much. So this is probably like 2 weeks later. Had a fucking nail in my tire. I get to work. I hear some hissing. Look at the tire. Fucking nail in the tire. So I go into work. Okay, Kayvon pull up. I'm like, damn, bro, you think you can fix it? He said, yeah, I can fix it, but let's go ask, the supervisor. I ain't gonna say his name, but let's go to the supervisor. If we can go out there and fix it. This is at the beginning of the shift. This is first thing in the morning. So we asked the supervisor. And he was like, yeah, just make sure y'all don't take too long. And Kayvon was like, nah, this ain't gonna take too long. It's gonna take me about 10 minutes to do this. It's not gonna take that long. He was like, I'm a mechanic. He was working on he worked on a few people cars at the job. So like he was like, nah, they knew he was a mechanic. He was like, nah, it ain't gonna take that long. Plus we gotta come in here and clock in and work. So like, nah. So he was like, all right, supervisor was like, all right, cool. Kayvon took the tire off, took the screw out. He had a whole tire like fill-in kit in the car, like put the little file joint in the hole, ran that joint in the hole like in and out like 4 times. Took some fucking gum shit, put it on the little needle joint on just some rod shit, put it in there, pulled it out. It's like, all right, you good. I was like, damn. And he was like, yeah, because it ain't on like the rim or some shit. He told me, he was like, it's like it's right here in this position. If it was over here, you would need a new tire, but it's right here, so you're good. I was like, damn, that shit. It's like, damn, my dude, like, and we went to work and just worked like it was nothing. So I seen Kayvon action. He had all that shit in his trunk, bro. Like he pulled the jack out and everything. Jack that bitch up like a real jack. The joint you'll see at a tire shop. Like he jacked this shit up. Took the loosened the bolts up first, jacked it up, took the tire off, and did everything in no time. I'm like, oh shit. You just ride around with all this.
They're
shit.
skilled.
Yeah. And the crazy shit is he had shit all in his trunk. He just reached he know where everything at. Just reaching, pulling shit out. I'm like, oh shit. Put out a whole jack. I said, oh yeah, he mean business. I'm gonna get the fuck out the way. But just ask people. You gotta ask. It don't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, oh, I gotta go to the shop. Because I understand. Because like with certain like the warranties and things like that, you're still making payments on the car. You don't want a inexperienced mechanic to work on your shit because it'll make it worse and then it'll add a bigger problem that you can't afford. I definitely get that because that's how my girl is. Well, she's like that, but she's not like that because she's seen how I told her like, nah, I'm gonna get my uncle to look at this, and that saved her $800. I fixed the bracket, and she just paid like $20 for the inspection, and that was it. So and plus she's not from down here. So she don't really know people like that out here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, shit. Now you got me now, so we got sources. You got resources. Like I'm gonna share that with you. So that saved her $800. So she just spent $20 out of $800. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
oil change, they did some fucking shady shit. They was like, hey, we gonna set you up on a deal plan if you get this oil change and you can come out. It's like some like membership type shit. Like I'm like, it just sounded crazy to me. I'm like, nah, knowing that what I know is like that's user level shit. Like I can hit up my boy and he'll change that shit. It's your oil.
Shit, you can do that yourself.
You can do that yourself.
Yeah, I get mine for free. So
take the oil filter out, put a new one in. After you fucking do what you drain the oil out. Do this, do that. I seen my friend who was working on my cars. He would show me because I would like want to know how to do the shit. He would show me like, you see that right there? All right, this is what you gotta do. Boom, do this, do that, do this, and then he'd just be like, buy the parts, I'll fix it for you. Well, buy the oil and get an oil filter because I'll be like, I need my oil change, whatever. What do I need? Get an oil filter and get like the big thing of fucking oil. Like just go get that and I got you. All right, cool. Yeah. And he'd be like $20. $20, my ass. Hey, go 50.
Yeah, I ain't gonna give you less. I mean, if you're doing it for me, I'll give you whatever you want. Honestly, I'll give you $100 if you want $100.
One time, I gave him more money and I got him some weed. So here you go, bro. Here.
Yeah, I never gyps anyone short. If you're gonna do something for me, I'm gonna scratch your back too.
Hell yeah, that's a blessing, bro.
Yeah,
This is your gift. This is your God-given ability, bro. I'm not about to shortchange. If I shortchange you, that means I'm shortchanging God. I'm shortchanging the universe. Fuck that.
Yeah. Hey, good karma comes back.
It comes back, and it comes back a whole lot quicker. Like these days, from what I've been noticing, that shit come back a whole lot quicker.
Yeah.
When you don't think it is, especially if you just do shit out the kindness of your heart, you just want to do it just because it just feel right. Like you just feel like you gotta do it. It's just like you can't explain it, but you just gotta do it. Hey, that shit gonna come back, bro, with interest. Just like if you do something wrong to somebody, that shit coming back to you with interest. It's either gonna come back to you or somebody you care about. But it's coming back. Oh, karma gonna get hers. Real shit.
I'm sorry, I'm silent. I'm texting Kayvon.
And now do what you gotta do. Bro, we already been on here for an hour. That's crazy. But now, with that being said, look at the banner. Look at the bottom of the screen.
You gotta take another one?
Hey, before we recorded, I bucked like 3 cups of water, bro. So this is the thing with me. Like, I started feeling a little off. I don't know if it was because of the food I ate. That was my first time eating at that restaurant. So food was good. Food was great. But it's like, sometimes I like eat somewhere new and I'm like, I feel a little nauseous. Whenever I'm feeling ill, I just drink a whole bunch of water. Because water, it'll help detox your body. It'll help. Water as well as like natural herbs, natural remedies and stuff, but it'll like flush out whatever is in you. So ever since I drunk all that shit, all that water, I started feeling better. But now I gotta let the toxins out. And plus I broke the seal, so I gotta go.
All right, you have fun.
Hold on. I'm gonna play something else. Everybody go use the bathroom.
Or just smacked my desk. That's that bad karma coming back. Oh, damn it, I just woke up the kittens. Man, this is some good music. Yeah, Kayvon can't do it for me.
Yeah, I figured, but it don't hurt to ask.
No, I mean it's not even for like a selfish reason or anything. He's moving.
Oh, but yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be for a selfish reason, but
No. But I told him
know how to work on those.
Yeah, I told him if he needs anything, just to let me know because it's been a while since I've talked to him and seen him. So
yeah,
I just told him don't be a stranger, man.
Yeah, we gotta get him on the show, man. We gotta help him move or something, man, if we can.
I told him to ask me. I said, if you need help, ask me.
Pickup truck shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Stop being a stranger, you blind motherfucker.
What do you? Every time he'd see me, he'd just call me a jive motherfucker.
Jive motherfucker.
Yeah. For people who don't know, it just means lazy.
or high.
Or high, yeah.
That's what it comes from. Because back in the day, it was like what was it? The black folks that was doing like the jazz circuit, or I don't know, I forget. And they used to smoke weed. So they was like, "Oh, I'm jive. I'm feeling jive, man. I'm feeling jive." They be like, "You're jive ass." It's like me saying, "Yo, you tweaking, or you high, motherfucker." They was high as a bitch. Jive, man. But yeah, what was the topic that your fiance wanted us to talk about?
So because it was kind of like the mental health topic that we wanted to talk about today,
Mm-hmm.
saying that men, not to put women down, but men's mental health has been suppressed by the media and everything. The 80% of suicides in America is men.
Right. Hold on. Before you continue, I want you to continue. But if we speaking on men stuff, I know you. It's okay to put out a disclaimer. I put out disclaimers too. You ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I just want people to understand. Nobody is leaving out X, Y, and Z when we trying to talk about ABC or vice versa, whatever. So it's like, don't think, oh, if we just talking about men stuff, it's like, oh, what about the women? Look, man, we can do the research on what women go through. As people, as individuals ourselves, we're men. So that's all we can do is do the research on women. And we also have to do research on men, like that, things that we go through or other men go through, whatever. That don't mean we just want to just leave somebody out, but we know firsthand what we go through. You know what I'm saying? That's like us trying to do a show about women's menstrual cycles. Like, bro, we don't know the first thing about that. We will have to do research, but at the end of the day, it will sound better if it comes from the horse's mouth, for lack of better words. Like, so we're not discrediting or trying to just take away from what women go through. Everybody goes through stuff. Nobody is perfect. Everybody goes through stuff. Everybody has issues. So, with that being said, we're not trying to, like Peyton said, we're not trying to bring anybody down ever.
Yeah, we're not excluding anyone.
No, ever, nobody. So this not the area. If you think, oh, these guys are full of shit, you in the wrong show. If you feel that way about us, then you need to do some soul searching, because we're not perfect, but we stay out the way, and we like to help people, and we work hard, and we just want to be best versions of ourselves, bro. So get to know us before you judge us. You can or don't. That's whatever's your prerogative. Excuse me. Do what you do. But all right, you can go ahead, Peyton.
Hold on. I'm looking up something real quick.
No, you good. I know what it is about disclaimers and stuff, because I do the same thing, but at the same time, I watch content and I do the same thing to myself. Well, when I'm talking about other people, or when I'm talking to other people about certain things, like, no, I don't mean this, but I ain't trying to disrespect nothing. I ain't trying to. It's like, look, dog, just talk.
All right, I got you now. I'm good. All right, so based on my TikTok, like I've been on TikTok a lot throughout the few breaks that we've had, and I keep seeing these podcasts about women, just not every woman, but these specific women, like antagonizing men and calling men like, oh, if you don't have any money, you're a deadbeat loser, nobody likes you, kind of thing. Or if you show your emotion, you're considered weak and you're not a real man, and
right.
Stuff like that. And like, I'm just seeing some of these women on these podcasts just berate men, and I don't think they know that men are the leading roles in suicides. There was an author who was a woman named Nora Vincent, who wrote a book about the life of a man, and she dressed up as a man.
That's
And
the woman who deleted herself.
Yeah, she deleted herself,
After
and
a year of being
a man.
Yeah.
She said it was too tough being a man, and that men don't get the respect that women get, and everything like that. So, click something.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Basically just staying like that. So based on this year's statistics,
you can make a banner.
Oh, how do you make a banner?
Oh, go to banners on the right, click on it, and then go to the bottom and see create banner.
I don't get that.
You don't?
I don't think so.
You an admin, you should be able to do. All right, what you want the banner to be named? See, people,
Mental health. Let's just do mental
we're
health.
forming a hit show in real time. So what do you want it to be?
Mental health. Do mental health awareness because it's important for both genders.
Hell yeah.
But while he's doing that, I'm gonna continue. But Nora Vincent dressed up as a man and she deleted herself because she said that being a man is too difficult. Like the struggles that men go through. She always said that women had it easier than men. And women have their own struggles. Men have their own struggles.
Fact.
But it's these few women, like a handful of women throughout the whole, every 10,000 that like just belittle men and call them weak. And my brother went through a recent endeavor with his ex-fiance. She cheated on him on his birthday and then came up to him on the same day and said, hey, we should have an open relationship. They have a kid together.
Hell nah.
And doing all this stuff. And recently, this was back last year in November. And recently, about a week ago, she said she doesn't want him seeing his daughter anymore because he's a deadbeat loser and he's a no good father and he apparently abuses his daughter according to her. But every time she goes to, his daughter comes to see him, she's always having bruises all over her face and everything like that. So, and my brother works.
So you say when the daughter come to see him, she got bruises on her.
Mm-hmm.
So when the mother is saying he's abusive, she's projecting.
Yes.
In this case.
Yes.
Not saying every case. In this case, that's projecting.
Mm-hmm.
Because you projecting what you doing onto this person when that person isn't doing it.
Right. And I mean, my brother has all the proof he needs anyways, but.
Yeah, of course he does. If he didn't, he'd be in jail.
Yeah. And so when he was on vacation with her, when my parents went up to go visit him, because I haven't seen my niece and they haven't seen their granddaughter. They've only seen her once because she doesn't want my family a part of that. And she was feeding her mac and cheese only. And she's not even, I think she just turned 2. And her strict diet was mac and cheese whenever she was with the mom. And so my brother,
city, man.
Yeah, my brother took her to the doctor, and the doctor's like, well, she's very, very malnourished. She's not getting nutrition, nothing. I mean, she wasn't even the correct weight for her age.
That shit triggers me, bro. Like when people do shit to kids, bro.
Yeah.
I'll lose my fucking mind, dog.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, I wish I can help him. My brother works 6 days a week to feed her, and he can barely do it on his own. And there's no court order for him to pay child support, but she's demanding child support because she's the mother.
But the court ain't doing it. You know why? Because he's in a good like situation because the court see like, bro, like we talking about this man doing this. He working nonstop. He's resting on a Sunday, and like he taking care of his daughter. He providing for her. Why would he need to pay child support if he doing all this? Like it just a lot of courts they just take the side of the mother just because by default. No matter what you are, no matter if you white, black, Hispanic, Asian. I done seen all cases. I done seen court, you know how they record shit in court.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen it all. So like he's in a good situation because for one, obviously he's not abusing his daughter because if he was, he'll be in jail.
Yeah.
Secondly, if he was in a jaded court, like had a jaded judge or a fucked up judge, they'll be charging him child support, and he won't even be able to like afford his own livelihood. He won't even be able to do stuff for himself, like put a roof over his head and shit like that. Like they will take 3/4 of his income to do that. You know, allegedly. Not even fuck that. That's a little bitch ass disclaimer. Nah, they would do that because we got proof to show that they would do that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing like you said. Oh, this ain't towards the women. This is the courts. So, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hold on. So, you know, he's going through all this stuff, and like countless times he has said, "Dude, I'm tired of this. I am tired of this." And she is just berating him. Like it's nonstop 24/7 calling him, you know, POS, worthless, you know, you ain't shit kind of thing. And, you know, she does, I don't, to my knowledge, she doesn't work. And, you know,
Hold
she
on.
lives with her
Oh,
parents.
Time out. Bro, I don't know if what your brother doing.
Takes her to court.
Is he still going through this?
At any point, you can get in trouble for slander.
Yeah, I'm not going to explain too much further into it, but
okay,
what was your question?
But look, he needs to document all that shit.
Oh, he has it all documented.
Bro, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Show all that shit to the courts. Judge, Your Honor, I'm working. All I do is work. I want to be here. I'm here for my daughter. Fuck, want to be here. I'm here for her. This is all I do. And if she's going to act like this, then I need y'all to help me legally because there's nothing else I can do to like get her to stop treating me like this. So I need y'all to help me because the daughter is young. We're going to have to go through this for probably another 10 plus years. I don't want to have to deal with that on her end, the mother. So, Your Honor, I got receipts. I'm showing you my banking information. I got receipts showing what I do for my daughter, what I spend for her, or she probably on his medical benefits.
She is.
She's on his medical benefits. So he paying for that monthly. It come on his check automatically. He keeping a stable income. He taking care of her. He's working 60 plus hours a week to take care of her, provide for her. He got her probably a majority of the time.
Yep.
And so like I need y'all to like help me out because she is doing this. She treat me like this, and that's affecting what I need to do for my daughter. That's affecting me mentally because I'm a person. That's affecting me mentally. So I need y'all to help me. Like what am I supposed to do with this?
But to go back onto the topic of mental health, you know, those kind of things affect men. Like we, you know, from a young age, I was always told by, you know, women in my life, like, hey, you need to be the rock. You need to be the money maker. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to hold these women on a pedestal. You need to take care of them. And
bro, we were raised to be simps.
Granted, women should be treated with respect. That is a non-negotiable thing. Women should be treated with respect. Yeah.
That's if they show respect. Nobody, not even elders, bro. There are a good amount of elderly people out here who are dirt bags. But just because they old, I'm supposed to let them do this to me. And it even comes to like an individual's mother or parents, like mother or father. Because in the Bible it says, honor your mother and father and your days should be long. But it's like, I remember I was in church one day. We was in the youth church. So we was talking about this topic and we were just asking the youth pastor questions. Like, am I supposed to do that? Honor my parents, even though they treat me like shit, even though they come in the house yelling at me, even though they abuse me, even though they do X, Y, and Z to me, and I'm just trying to be good. Like, so like that's a conflict of interest. Like, yeah, like the respect is earned, it isn't given.
Yeah.
You gotta earn my respect. And I look at it like, for the sake of what I'm talking about with the elder people, they should know better because they've been on the earth decades before you got here. They come from a whole nother world. They seen shit that we ain't even seen. So it's like, y'all know better. You supposed to have a certain type of wisdom at a certain age. So like, you know, you can't just treat me like this and expect me to have some blind loyalty. I'll never have blind loyalty to nobody because I went through that with my mom. And like me and my mom cool now, but at the same time, she know how she treated us. She know how she treated me. Like, it was bad, bro. And like when I turned 13, my grandma, God rest her soul, I love my grandma. she's when I turned 13, she started treating me bad because when my uncle was 13, one of my uncles when he was 13, he started running the streets and stuff.
Mm.
He started wilding out. So it's like she started treating me like him, saying you ain't gonna be like him, you ain't gonna be like him, blah 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 blah. So one day I told her get out my face. I was crying. I was 13. I was crying like a motherfucker. All I wanted to do was go to the Boys and Girls Club, play basketball, go to school, play video games, just kid shit. I just want to be
being a kid.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that. Blah, 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 blah. Like going ham on me, bro. So I told her get on my face. And then my uncle was driving trucks. And she called him and told him that what I said. And he I talked to him on the phone. He was like, man, I'm gonna beat your ass, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, why would you say that? Blah, blah. I'm crying. I was like, because she said, she told me I'm not gonna be like you. And he was like, what? I said, man, ever since I turned 13, I'm crying, bro. I broke down. Like, I'm crying. I'm 13, I'm crying. And I was like, she keeps saying I'm not gonna be like you. She said, I said, ever since I turned 13, she said, when you was my age, you was doing bad stuff. I said, I just want to go to the Boys and Girls Club. I just want to play basketball. I just want to be a kid. I don't want to do that stuff that you was doing. He was like, she said that? I was like, yeah, that's why she started being mean to me. That's why I told her to get on my face because she do this every day. She keep doing this to me. He said, put her on the phone. Put her on the phone. Went ham on her. This is his mom. Went ham on her. Like, how dare you do this? Blah, 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 blah. He a kid. He a kid. He don't want to do none of that stuff I was doing. He ain't even like that. He said my mom's name. Like, where's she at? Put her on the phone. The same thing. Blah, blah, blah. That boy want to play sports. That boy want to do this. Blah, blah, blah. He's still in school. He ain't got no kids. He ain't bad. He ain't got the cops coming to your house. None of that. Blah, blah, blah. He cuts both of them out. Like, cause like people expect, like, I don't even know, man. It's just like as boys, as men, we, like you said, we've been taught to be a rock. Don't show no emotions. Don't cry. Don't be a bitch. Stop acting like a broad. You know what I'm saying? Like, do this, do that. But it's like, dog, like, that shit is mad toxic, bro. Like, I get it. No dude really wants to be a wimp. No dude wants to be a wimp. No dude wants to be a pushover or whatever. But it's like, you gotta show us how to do that. It's either you're born with it or you gotta like culture that out of us. Like, show us the way. You can't just say something because what you went through, I didn't go through that. I'm a whole different person. Yeah. I'm a different person. So you
just like any other man that's watching this.
Exactly. You got to teach me this. Yeah. And if I'm putting in, if I'm sorry to say, but like most of the time, if you raised by just a woman, that's statistical speaking. I'm not just saying that shit. And I grew up, fuck statistics. I don't even need statistics. I'm a product of it. And then it's the fact that I later on found out the statistics of, you know, if you raise in a single parent household, 72% of the violent criminals that are in prison were raised by single moms. Yeah. So it's like, what do we gotta fuck just people just hearing that and getting offended, getting triggered. Well, no, why is that the case? Why is it like that? Because ain't nobody making that shit up.
I was raised by my mom.
Bro, and I was too, and I was emotional as shit.
Yeah, me too.
Like I just made an interview with my therapist. Well, I got in contact with I got to set an appointment. And like I'm about to get like seek therapy for like most of my shit, all of the shit that I'm going through mentally and all that shit, it comes from being around her. Like I said, me and her, we cool now. You know what I'm saying? We cool, but like it's still like that shit still, it's still there.
So, I mean, all throughout high school and like my young adult life, I was always told, hey, you know, you're never gonna make it because you're not strong enough. Like you're not a strong man. You're weak. You're emotional. You show too much emotion.
Right, man.
And like, you know, I've had my fair share of women say, "Oh, you're too nice. Like, you know, you're nice to hang out with, but you're too nice. You're too nice. I want a bad boy. I want a bad boy." And then, you know, that leads to DV. You know, when they get a bad guy, and it's like DV, there are
single parent house homes, trauma, poverty, all that shit. Yeah. Trust me, I'm a product of it. My dad was a street runner. My brother's dad was a street runner. Like hell, my uncle. I love my uncle to death. He know it. He was running the streets. Some of his partners, one of my cousin's dads, street runner. So like most of us come from that. The whole reason I'm here in existence as me, I come from that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, with all this, both men and women's mental awareness both are equally important.
Hell
But,
yeah.
just based on society nowadays, it just seems like men don't matter to society anymore.
Yeah, that's because we were looked at as what you call it? Is not is it expendable or you're just like a throwaway. Like go
Yeah.
work, throw your life away, work hard, die young. If you don't know how to express your emotions, you bottle it up, delete yourself, uh take care of this chick that could possibly ruin you if you sign a fucking marriage certificate in America.
Mm,
Take your kids away, take all your assets away that you work for, your 401k, do all that. That's why men commit the most suicide, bro.
yeah.
Because we were taught to bottle shit up. And then it's either you take yourself out, or which is bad either way. You take yourself out, or you take somebody else out, and then you take yourself out. Whether it's with self-deletion or you going to prison for the rest of your life. So it's like, nah, bro, we gotta fix that. We've been fixing it. A lot of men been fixing it, but it's like we gotta fix that shit, bro. Because women have had a lot of outlets. They've had TV shows, reality talk shows to talk about different things, magazines, books, movies, even movies like today, like in past movies, the dads, they looked at like bumbling idiots, or they working hard and the wife is complaining. They ain't there for the kids, they ain't there for the wife, but they always working for the wife and the kids. Or they show men as like, oh, you just catcalling and you some misogynistic chump or you some woman abuser. It's like, bro, men have been portrayed as trash overall. And like when they put these things out, like you mentioned the videos you've seen, look in the comment section, bro. Like just look in the comment section, bro. It'll be like
Yeah.
3,000 comments, 2,000 of them comments. Hell, even if it's just 500 of them comments just saying like, oh, women saying like, yeah, men ain't this, men ain't that. It's like, bro, like, what are you talking about? So you don't. Whenever I see stuff like that, because I've been studying stuff like that since 2021. So like when
Yeah.
you say stuff like that, you don't have a cousin, a male cousin that's a good dude. You telling me you don't have an uncle that's a good dude. So you telling me your dad you don't even know your dad, or you haven't even talked to him on a one-on-one. You don't got a brother. Your brother, your big brother, or your little brother. You don't got nobody around you and it's a case by case basis. I get it. They may see what it may be some women who see all the men in their life just doing bad. That exists. That's real. I get that. I understand it, but it's like, dog, bro, I've never cheated. Me personally, I never cheated. I've never
Mhm.
gotten anybody pregnant. I've never gotten, so that means I never got somebody pregnant and ran off. I've never even got anybody pregnant. Uh, I've never fucking put my hands on a woman. I've never fucking did all this bad shit that these motherfuckers talking about. And like when it comes to like, oh, they want a bad guy and shit. Like, yeah, bro, like they definitely do. That's why I tell my little cousins, my baby brother and them, like, bro, you gotta be half and half. You gotta be Arnie Palmer with this shit. You gotta be half bad guy, half good guy. And by bad guy, I don't mean you cheating or abusing, none of that. You just you gotta detach away at a certain point. Like if that don't mean break up, that don't mean put you and your woman's business out in the streets. That mean if you telling her some common sense shit and she not trying to understand that, she's trying to ignore that and just keep arguing, you just detach. Just say fuck it. Just don't even fuck that shit, bro. Ignore it. Like, all right, you got it, you win. I'm sorry. If she want to keep arguing after that, hey, let her argue. Let her argue to the air. You just pay attention to something else, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like
Mhm.
that's just what you got to do for your own mental health, because you ain't did shit. I'm talking, like I said, me and my aunt, we used to have these combos last year about like how to find, like she want to get married and shit, and I was like, we would have this same conversation. And she'd be like, oh, what about these dudes that do this? Some men do this, blah, blah. I'm like, look, auntie, for the sake of this conversation, this is my disclaimer to her. For the sake of this conversation, I'm not talking about shitty dudes. I don't know what it's like to be a shitty dude. So I can't speak for the shitty dudes. I'm not a shitty dude. So I don't know. I'm not experienced in that subject. I'm not. I have no idea what it's like to be like that. I have no idea what it's like to beat a woman. I have no idea what it's like to be out here sleeping around and being wild and creeping on my woman. I have no idea what it's like to have to get a woman pregnant and leave her, or to be with a woman and get other women pregnant while I'm in a relationship because I was cheating. I have no experience with none of that. So I don't know what that's like. All I want to do is work, be a good man, do what I got to do to help mankind or humankind the best way I can. That's all I want. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. So when I'm talking about this, you need to not talk about them shitty dudes. I get it. You experience them shitty dudes. I respect that. That your experience is valid, 100,000%, because you went through it. I can't tell you wrong for your experience. For experiencing, like if you go and eat at a restaurant, you get food poison and you shitting like from the food poison, you throwing up. I can't tell you that ain't food poison. And if your doctor said you got food poison, you throwing up and shitting after you ate from this one restaurant, and you won't throwing up and shitting before you went to the restaurant. Well, I can't tell you that ain't food poison. So like I'm gonna be like, okay, well, what you want me to do? You want me to go get you something from the store? You want me to help? How can I help you? That type of shit. Like, don't bring up that bad shit because I don't know. I don't know. And it's most guys don't know, bro. Most guys aren't bad. Like in the black community alone, I'll give you a stat. Bro, like about 80% of black women have kids. And I ain't cooning, I ain't shucking and jiving. I'm just throwing out a percentage of the community that I'm a part of, like that I was born in. So like white people go through shit, Hispanic people go through shit, Asian, everybody go through shit. But I'm talking about something that I know of directly because I'm a part of it. Like I was born in it. Like I'm black. So like, but about 80% of black women have kids. But about 50, I'd say like 52% of black men have kids. So what that tell you? Most of these black women have kids with dudes who already got kids and multiple baby mamas. Bro, I'm the oldest. So my mom and my dad, I'm the first on both sides with them. My dad got like 3 or 4 baby mamas, bro. And like 7.
Damn.
Bro, my brothers, they got an older brother on their dad's side. So he got another baby mama. And then my mom is his second baby mama. My cousin, one of my cousins, like my cousin Brandon and Robin, they got, and I ain't saying nothing bad. So this is just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Their dad has a son from another woman before he had a son with my aunt. So he got multiple baby mamas. Both of my uncles got multiple baby mamas. Hell, my great granddaddy, my grandma's dad, my grandma's dad, he had a daughter before he had my grandma and her twin brother. So this ain't nothing new. So like when we want to talk about, they don't necessarily make these dudes bad. It just depends on their character. Because I don't think my uncle's bad. I know they've been taking care of their kids. I've seen it. So it's like, but that whole like, this guy did this guy did that. Like, I'm not talking about them. Like, but I said enough. You can go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, reading the statistics right now, the chart. So Texas is the leading deletion state, above California, which is right behind it.
You talking about ABs?
No, not the abort mission, but like I'm talking about like self deletion. But Texas is the leading one as of 2023 at 4,193 for both genders. And California is at 4,148.
That's crazy.
So the grand total as of 2023 is 50,000 self deletions
Bro,
throughout the whole country.
that's 50,000 funerals. That's 50,000. We said how many? Over 50,000?
Well, technically it's like
So
49,000.
that's like almost 50,000 funerals,
Mm-hmm.
almost 50,000 caskets, almost 50,000 families. So that's like hundreds, maybe like I don't want to say hundreds of thousands, but maybe you don't know certain people connected. They might know a lot of people. Like that's a
Well,
lot of
this
people that's
is
affected from this.
this is quote unquote completed self deletions, not even totaling the attempted self deletions are 1.7 million in the United States.
And that's male and female.
That's male and female for all ethnicities.
Oh my God, man.
But men account for 75% of all completed self deletions, which is a grand total of 37,000 out of the 49,000.
And man, like we ain't saying like if anybody does that, that's still sad. That's still messed up.
Yeah, it's all sad regardless of the statistics.
So we ain't being biased. We ain't picking sides, bro. That's messed up regardless.
That's 15 deaths per day per 100,000.
And plus, y'all listening to two people who tried to do that.
Yeah, I'm one of the 1.7 million.
And me too.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried to do that to ourselves. Like, so that ain't us. I ain't saying that, that ain't me bigging us up or trying to pull on your heartstrings. No, don't give us no pity. Don't give us none of that.
No.
Because there's people who did that and they gone.
They're gone.
Gone, bro. They gone forever, bro. So I'm not saying it, but I'm telling you, we got a small percentage of experience going through that personally. Bro, I think about suicide. I think about that. I'm gonna just open up to y'all right now. I think about taking myself out at least on a monthly basis, every month, probably twice a month, bro.
Yeah, it do be like that.
Bro, I'm not bullshitting. I'm telling you, real deal Holyfield. I'm keeping it a buck with you, bro. I think about that so much, bro. Like, it'll be for little shit, bro. Like, that's the sad part. Like, it'll be little shit, and I'll be like, well, guess I'll take myself out. But I'm like, nah, I can't do that, bro. Because I started thinking about my family, the people that know me and love me, and like, not think about me. Just I can't do that to myself, man. Like, I'm here for a reason. Those people who took themselves out, they were here for a reason, but they didn't get to understand that. They didn't understand it at that point. And I'm super sympathetic for that. And I understand, like, somebody may be mad that their family member or their friend did that. I get it, bro. Trust me, I get it. You're not wrong at all for feeling that way. You're not.
You made me tear up a little bit because I started thinking about it.
It's okay, bro. Let that shit out, bro. That's okay.
Yeah. No, it hits hard because I had the same thought process when I was in the middle of doing it.
That's what stopped me. Because bro, like we talked about this on our first episode of Free Spot Friday.
Yeah.
Bro, I was 16, 17. I was still in high school. Had my uncle's shotgun in my lap upstairs in my grandma's house, about to blow my freaking brains out. And then
I was 20.
What stopped me, huh?
I was 20 when I attempted mine.
And that was recent.
3 years ago.
See, mine was like, it's still like 2009 or 10 or something like that. But either way, it don't matter. It's still crazy either way. But what stopped me was I didn't know how to use a shotgun. I didn't know how to use it. And plus, I started thinking about my brothers. Like, well, who's gonna be here for them? Because we was going through a lot, at that time, dealing with my mom and shit. So it's like, who gonna be here for them? Like, I didn't like how I felt about my mom. I didn't like how I was like, I had ill intentions towards my mom, like wanting to hurt her, like the worst way. I didn't like that. That's my mom. Even though she treated me like shit, I didn't want to feel that way. I didn't want to fucking feel. Who the fuck wants to feel that way? Like, I didn't. So I'm thinking like, damn, what my brothers gonna do? What are they gonna do? And my mom tried to like, cause my mom, she's a lesbian, which is cool. I don't have no problem. Like I actually like her partner. I've known her since I was like 12. Bro, I love her to death. Like real shit. Like her partner, I actually got along better with her than my own mom. Like real shit.
Mm.
So it's like she's in the army. She was stationed up in Pennsylvania at the time, and my mom was saying she gonna move up there and take my brothers up there. So I text my mom. I said, if you take my brothers away from me, you better not come back. You better not come back. And she ain't never take my brothers up there. And I'm dead. This is before I even knew how to use a weapon, whatever. This is pure rage, bro. Like, you better not take my brothers. Because I already know how you treated me like this down here. I can only imagine what you're going to treat them like up there. And then my brother told me something that she did to him when we was growing up. I ain't even going to say that on here. It wasn't nothing like sexually abusive. None of us never went through anything like that. But it was abusive. Like, I ain't going to say it. Because like I said, me and my mom cool now, and I ain't trying to paint my mom to be a bad guy. But I'm just telling everybody what, certain things that I went through my mom, like, because that's my story. Like, that's what happened. Me and my mom is my screensaver on my phone. Like, I love my mom. I always did, but at the same time, it was like, I can't keep taking this abuse.
Yeah.
It's
Nobody
so
should.
much I can fucking handle, huh?
I said nobody should.
No, nobody should. Male, female, dog, cat, nobody. Nothing. Nobody should go through no abuse, bro. Nobody. For what? What is it going to do but create monsters or super sad people and make them feel like they got to take themselves out or take somebody else out? And if they take somebody else out, then they take themselves out either way, either by self-deletion or they go to prison. So it's like, it's not necessary, bro. It's fucked up.
I mean, when I went through it, it was I met some women, throughout the years leading up, and I had to deal with SA, and they're just belittling me and bullying me, I suppose it would be, and calling me worthless, piece of shit, whatever, just because like we hung out, I didn't enjoy it, but they did, and now I'm a piece of shit because I don't want to continue. Like it affects me mentally and emotionally. And leading up to that, I was like, all right, well, I've had enough of this. It was 4 years of going through this. Like, I'm done. I'm tired of it being belittled every single day of my life. And it was through my parents going through it, and my brother going through it. I'm getting bullied and shit. I'm splitting ways with my friends. I'm starting to stay inside more because I was just tired of it. And I'm surprised that I didn't do it earlier. And leading up to that point, sometimes I say I wish I did, because this world is going to shit.
Yeah, man.
But what stopped me, as I'm going through the process of it through that time, I started crying, because then you become more self-aware, and it's like, well, if I do this, then this will affect X, Y, and Z. And it was powerful enough for me to put everything down and just say, okay, I need to start hitting this head on. And I start disassociating with the sources of the problems and get away from that life. And lo and behold, I met my fiance. I met some good people along the way. I met you. I would have never met you. And honestly, speaking about it now, I'm glad I never did. I'm glad I didn't, because I wouldn't have the life I have now.
Bro, I'm glad you didn't either, man.
Yeah, that would have sucked for you.
It would have sucked for you too. Both of us would have been floating in the ether. Like, man, you all right. I wish we didn't do this shit.
Yeah.
Not to make light of it, but
it's always good to laugh it out.
Kind of make a lot of it to, like, because somebody going through that right now.
Yeah.
Somebody may be going through that shit right now. So we got to make a lot of it to show you that, like, hey, it's a different, different route that you can take to not do that.
Yeah. Once you make it over the hump, it's smooth sailing.
It
You have
is.
to meet the right people, because if you don't meet the right people, then you're going to feel like that. And you
And
know they're not the right people.
and if you've been meeting the same shitty people, guess what? You've learned to identify those shitty people. So that means you're learning. It's getting better. You're learning.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you don't gotta be, you don't gotta be around these people. So don't be around them. And if it's your family members, guess what, dog? Tell you this. Like wise man told me, your family will do you dirtier than a stranger would.
Mm,
Not saying every family or everybody. I'm not castrating or demonizing everybody's family member, but you know who I'm talking about.
yeah.
Whoever going through something, your significant experience, you know who I'm talking about that's treating you dirty. If that's a family, whoever it is, cut them off, dog. And if you got a family member that's treating you bad and you tell your other family members about them and they say, oh, you wrong or they ain't that bad and they downplay it, bro, whoever said that, you got to cut them off, bro. And it's gonna hurt, bro. That shit gonna hurt deeper than anything else because that's your fam. That's your flesh and blood. But guess
Mm-hmm.
what? You can still love them because you got a big heart. You can still love them from a distance.
And this goes
Separate.
for everyone out there. Don't matter what color you, purple, pink, brown,
Don't
white,
give a damn.
male, female, attack
This is
helicopter,
worldwide,
whatever.
and this is male, female, worldwide. We don't give a damn who you are, where you come from. If it applies, it applies. Bro, you gotta cut them off, dog. And don't sit around and wait for them to apologize to you. Because they may never apologize to you, dog.
That's what's going to hurt the most, too.
Because they could pass away. I ain't wishing nothing about them. I'm just, life goes. And, we not gonna be here forever. So it's like they may pass away and you ain't never get that apology. So you're gonna be holding a resentment. You're gonna be holding some shit that you ain't never gonna be able to release if you waiting for them to apologize. They gone. So don't even worry about that. Just do what you do, move on. Let love, let loss, whatever. Forgive, never forget.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive them. You gotta forgive them, dog. I know it may be hard. I don't know what you went through. I don't know what you're going through. But I'm telling you, you're not the only one that went through that. That ain't me being selfish saying that. I'm telling you that because you're not the only one. You got people out here that understand you and that will love your motherfucking socks off. It will love you unconditionally. And it'll be people that you don't even know. It'll be people that you don't even know that'll really love you. But it'll be hard because if you can't trust your family members, how can you trust somebody that you're not related to? Trust me, I get it, bro. I get it. Then you start to go through the overthinking process. Now you overly worrying about shit and you second guessing, you third guessing, you fourth guessing, you doing all this mental gymnastics shit to try to figure shit out, and you just getting deeper and deeper and deeper into depression. Fuck that, bro. Because you got to realize it's good and it's bad. Once you look at that, it's good and it's bad. There's no gray area with that. It's either somebody's a good person all the way or they're a bad person all the way. I don't want to. No, you can't think otherwise, bro. Sis, whoever you are, I don't give a fuck. My heart is open to whoever it is, male or female. I don't give a fuck. My heart is open to you if you're going through some shit.
Yeah.
Like real shit. Like if you don't believe it, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if you don't believe what I'm talking about. Because I'm telling you real deal, like how I feel. So if you don't, I don't expect everybody to believe me and do all that. I'm not gonna judge you and demonize you and talk down to you if you don't believe me. But I'm telling you the shit that I went through. And if you can say, well, I'm going through that too, or okay, I'm going through that too, or blah, blah, like, well, maybe we need to have a talk face to face in person so you can see that I'm telling you the truth. I'll look you dead in your eyes and tell you the shit that I went through. Can you do the same? Look me in my eyes, tell me what you went through, and we can talk. Just talk. Let's just talk, bro. Let's just talk about this shit. And especially as men, not to knock women, but women they're better communicators than us. They're better talkers. They're more social than we are. They're more detailed than we are. That's their superpower. One of their superpowers. They're super detailed. Super detailed, bro. Like
They're very oriented.
Huh?
They're very oriented and direct.
Yes. So it's like they got that. But I'm talking to the men. And if there's a woman listening, I'm talking to you too. I'm not leaving you out. You know, if I wrap my left arm around the man's shoulder and say, let's talk about this, I'll wrap my right arm around you too, man, and say, all right, you going through something? Let's talk about this too. I'm not leaving you out. Wrap my arms around both of y'all. Let's talk about this shit. Come on, let's go talk. This ain't no funny business. I ain't soliciting no motherfucking nothing to get nothing out of you other than your time. Let's talk about this.
But my thing is, why can't society be the same way? Why do certain individuals have to do this for other people when society can join together and stop this rate of 50,000 people per year?
Because like I said a little while ago, it's good and it's bad people. The bad people are going to put out the bad information nonstop and say it's all bad. So that leaves the weaker people, like the people who we were, leaves the weaker people mentally weak. The mentally weak people that we were to say, you know what, it is all bad. Now I'm going to go out and do this. I'm going to shoot up this. Or I'm going to do this to myself. Or I'm going to do this to somebody. Instead of saying like, all right, well, this is what's going on. Why is it going on? Why? That's what we got to answer. That's what we got. Just why? Why is this happening? Why? Why are these people doing this to themselves? Why do people feel like this? Why are these people going through this? Why are these people feeling like how they got to do, feeling the way they feel? Why is this? Why? Let's get these questions flowing so we can get these answers. But it's more so like it's too much divisiveness. It's too much of a division. Like they call this shit the United States of America. This is not no fucking United States. This is the divided states of America. This shit is divided. Why? It's more so divided through the media. The media pushes this shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, bro, you white, I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
We good friends. Don't give a
like
damn.
a brother.
Exactly, bro. You hit me up 3 a.m. It's somebody outside. I need help, bro. I'm pulling the fuck up, headstrong. I'm calling the police on the way. Hey, I'm on the way. I'm telling them everything because I was a security guard and I was in the military, so I know how to talk to these people. I know how to talk to law enforcement. I know how to talk to people who got high rank. I know how to fucking be calm in a fucking crazy ass situation, a life-threatening situation. I know how to do that shit. I've done it, been there before. So you got me on your team, bro. I got you. Male, female, I don't give a fuck. You need help, bro. I'm on the way. Because if I don't help you, bro, you know how I'll fuck around and do something to myself because I ignored your cry for help.
Mm.
And now we both gone.
I mean, I'm strapped. I'm good. I'm good. I'm strapped, man. Ain't nobody getting through that door.
Exactly. There ain't nobody getting through this door. Like people be saying, be careful what you wish for. No, fuck that. The Most High put us in a position to protect our families. And we ain't Wolverine. We ain't indestructible. That's what like they said when I was in basic training. Use your training. Use your training. Whenever we doing some type of training, they taught us how to do it. Use your training. Oh, bet they taught us how to do this. I do this, do that, do this, do this, do this, do this. Boom, successful. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's either or, but it's like, you know, either you're not gonna be successful or you are, but it's like when it comes, you prepare for it.
Yeah.
Prepare. So if you're going through something, prepare for the moment when you overcome whatever you're going through. Prepare, bro.
I do want to say this though, like just one thing.
Oh, hold on. I want you to say that. Look at the bottom of the screen.
Oh my god.
Look at the bottom of the screen.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Hold on. Eric, be happy. Hold on, play this. You hear that? I don't like that. Nah, fuck that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's called Feeding the Ducks.
This man and his goddamn pee breaks. This man has the smallest bladder I know on the earth. If we take all his pee breaks in one episode and conjoin it into one, like, full video, it would probably be like half of this podcast.
All right, y'all fed the ducks. That's an alright song. I like that song.
I do want to say this one thing though, and I think we should start wrapping up.
Okay.
But I do want to say, don't be afraid to speak your mind. Like, say how you feel, no matter who you are, what gender you are. Who cares? Speak your mind. Make it known that, hey, you make me feel like a POS because of X, Y, and Z, or you put me down because of X, Y, and Z. Like, don't be afraid to speak your mind. Speak up. Get help. There's people out there that want to help. Every life is precious, no matter who you are. Every life is precious. And that's what we want to explain here on this platform is, no matter who you are just as important as the next person. We are proud of you, we are happy for you, and we want you to get better. Everyone wants you to get better. People care about you. And that's what I want to explain and make known on this, is that everyone cares for you. Everyone cares for everyone on here. Your family cares about you, your friends care about you, your loved ones, like your partners and stuff like that, they love you. And we me and Monte want everyone to be able to speak their mind and be safe. We want you to be safe. Enjoy your life. Do things you never did before. Life is short, and it's going to get shorter if you don't speak up and explain how you feel, because, like I said, everyone loves you and everyone has love for you. And there's people out there that are waiting for you. You're going to find the right person. You're going to find the right boy. You're going to find the right girl. Whoever you are, you're going to find who you want to be with. And that's something we want you to experience in life is experiencing the true happiness in life that, some people may have not gone, that, have left this earth and, it never got to experience the things they want to do because their life was cut short. And, just, speak your mind and be happy. That's all we want.
And what I want to say with that, be understanding. Like, understand, like, when you tell somebody who you are and what you're going through, you have to have a level of understanding to understand, okay, they may accept me or not. It's 50-50. It's 50-50, bro. Either they're going to understand me or they're not going to understand me. But it's okay either way. Because you telling them how you feel. You telling them about you. There's only one of you. You're special. You're unique. Nobody else has your fingerprint. Nobody else has you. You're you. You're you. So if you tell me something and I might be like, well, I don't agree with it or whatever, but I fuck with you nonetheless. All right, don't listen to the part where I say, I don't agree with it. Listen to the part where I say, I fuck with you. I rock with you. You my peoples. We cool. You're not gonna agree. Everybody not gonna agree 100%. There are times when me and Peyton don't agree with certain things. But guess what? We still friends at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Who cares? And no, nothing is 100%. Nothing is 100%. That's perfection. Nobody is perfect. 100% is perfection. Nobody is perfect, bro.
There is no such thing as being perfect.
No, it's not. It's not. So as human beings, no, it's not. As a living being, no, it's not. A living, cognizant, sentient being, no, it's not. You're not perfect, because for one thing, knowledge is infinite, and when you're going through your experience as a human being, you seeking a certain level of knowledge, whether you're doing it consciously or subconsciously. So knowledge never stops; it's infinite. So as long as you listen to, like, oh, not listen, but like, as long as you understand what understanding is, it'll take a lot of pressure off you. And expectation, fuck expectations, bro. Other than, like, if you work for a company and you work a 9 to 5 or whatever, you expect to get paid on payday. That's different. Like, I expect to get paid. If you don't get paid on payday, you might be able to sue the company. But do your research so you can understand if you got a lawsuit or not. Understand. That's my portion of it. Understand
One another.
Exactly. Understand one another, bro. You have to. Bro, sis. When I say bro, I ain't just talking about dudes. I'm talking about everybody. That's just how I talk. So that right there, I want you to understand me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. And it's harmless. I promise you it's harmless. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Just want y'all, hey, man, hit us up. We can talk. You can be on this show. We welcome you on the show. We can have up to, like, what, 10 people up here, including us. We have, like, up to 8 people on a panel. We're just talking. Or we can just cycle it out. Have, like, a few people on. All right, we're going to put somebody else up here. Stay on the show. We're going to start doing live shows. So, like, just, bro, just understand. Just understand. And what was you saying, Peyton? What was you saying before I said it? Just talk. I'm sorry, I forgot what you were saying.
Talk to one another and reach out to them and just, love each other. Love each other. We're together in this society. We work together.
Yeah.
It's very important that we just stick together. It doesn't matter what color you are, what ethnicity, what gender you are, whatever you want to believe in and everything like that. Just understand one another. Come together as a society. This shouldn't be a problem. This should never be a problem.
It really shouldn't, because we right here. We right beside each other.
Mm-hmm.
All of us, no matter what political party you believe in, no matter what, as long as you ain't trying to off nobody because you mad, like, dog, like, even if you are, like, talk to somebody, bro. Talk.
The society only works when we work together.
That's it. Exactly, bro. Put that on a t-shirt. That's a tattoo. Society only works if we work together. Put that on a dollar bill. Real shit.
Yeah.
Real shit, bro. Like, just talk and understand. Don't just be so quick to just judge and just have a infuriating rebuttal. Like, don't do that. Just
and don't have a fight about my life sucks more than yours. Everyone goes through different problems. Understand each other's problems.
Man,
work together.
Bro, I swear, you like Thanos right now. Everything you say is perfect.
Like, I've seen a lot. I've been around a lot,
bro. And the crazy is, you young. Like, that's the crazy shit. You young and you already speaking wisdom and prophetic fucking words.
Hey, anything to help the younger generation, even the older generation, if they need help. I'm more than willing to talk to somebody. I'm no professional, mind you. I'm not a professional.
Either am I.
But I am offering my my help and need if anyone needs someone just to talk to. I get it. I've been through this situation. I've seen people go through this situation. I've had close friends who I could have helped that I didn't, and I regret it every single day. And it just, seeing it, hearing it, everything, it sucks. And I understand completely what everyone goes through. And there's even like apps and stuff that you can go on to talk to people who've been through similar situations, just to help cope and talk it out and talk them down. And That's really what everyone wants, is just if we can save at least one life, then we know we did something right.
Facts. Bro, you know how
So
many times I was doing like motivational speaking, like just talking like motivational stuff on YouTube and Instagram. Like people hit me up, was like, man, like you stopped me from doing this. Bro, I stopped somebody from shooting up a party, bro.
that's
Like when
dark.
Project X came out, I'll tell this story and then we can get off. Project X came out, the movie Project X. Out here they had like Project X like parties trying to like replicate it or whatever. One of my friends invited me to this party. His friend knew the guy that was having a joint at his house, big ass house. Some white dude, some wigger, you know. No disrespect to him, but you know that's what he was. So I'm standing on the porch. I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall. He was like, somebody stole my phone. Somebody stole my phone. How could they steal a phone from me when it's my house that I'm throwing a party at? It's a white dude.
Disrespectful.
He said, I'm about to shoot up. Mind you, I'm standing, we're on the front porch. I'm probably like 10 inches away from this dude. He said, man, I'm about to go in here and shoot this party up. He reached in his back pocket, pull out a, I think it was a 1911, like a chrome 1911. He pulled it out. He holding it in his right hand, pointed, but it's pointing to the sky. He holding it like a perfect 90-degree angle. So I'm about to go in here and shoot this party up. Blah blah blah. How can they do this to me? Blah blah. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. And I don't know this dude from Hole in the Wall. He could have shot me. I said, well, did you check your pockets? I said, did you check your pockets? He, other hand, that didn't have a gun. He started looking in his pocket. He said, oh, here you go, right here. Man, I cussed him out. Put that gun down, man. You don't need that gun. Put that shit away. Blah, 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 blah. I'm cussing him out. I'm letting him have it. And he was like, you right. Thank you, man. Thank you. Mind you, he drunk. He high off some shit. I don't know this dude. He pulled a gun out. The gun right in front of me, bro. Like, I could have reached out and not even fully reached because I got long ass arms. I got a 6'6" wingspan. I'm only 5'10".
Yeah, you like a sloth.
I got super long arms, bro. 6'6" wingspan. I'm only 5'10". I said, man, put that shit down, cuz he said, you right. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. He said, bro, thank you. You stopped me from doing this. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man. I told this boy that was on the porch, I said, take this gun. Give him that gun because you don't need it. You right. He gave his boy the gun. Blah, blah, blah. This was when Project X came out, that had to be like.
That was like 2011.
2011. So this
Something
was
like
like
that,
2011, bro. Yeah, this is before I joined the military. I joined the military in 2013. I ain't shoot a pistol until 2019. So I ain't know shit about this shit. About guns, I ain't never shoot a gun at that point. So I'm like, man, but I was just super calm, just asking questions, like, well, did you check your pockets?
That's the sad part about it too.
You stopped me from shooting up the party, blah blah blah. Man, put that shit up, bro.
Disrespect.
Understanding, bro. He understood what I was saying. He did it. He gave the gun away to his friend, when he was saying, I could have been like, well, fuck you, motherfucker, blah blah. I ain't take your phone. He could have pulled a gun out right there and shot me point blank range. We was that, bro. He's standing right beside me. I'm right up on him, bro. Like face to face. Like,
yeah.
We on the porch. I'm right up. I'm literally like a few inches away from him. He could have shot. I could have been like, well, fuck you, motherfucker, blah blah. Nah, but I had to understand the cognition. This is not the cognitive distance, but I had the cognitive understanding. And plus, I was lit too. Did you check your pockets, motherfucker? That's the first thing I said. He was spazzing. How could you do this? Somebody, check your pockets. Oh, here you go, right here. Put that fucking gun down. He put the gun down. He thanked me. I stopped him. He was about to go in that house and shoot up the party, bro. I stopped that. But I'm not special. Just letting y'all, just saying that to say this to y'all. You could do the same thing.
That really goes along the line of speak up.
Speak up, but also be careful. Be careful.
Be safe.
Be safe. study different situations. A smart man learns from his mistakes, or a smart person learns from their mistakes. A wise person learns from the mistakes of others.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't telling you. Don't try to do no superhero X-Men Avengers shit. I ain't telling you do that. But I'm just saying, just be able to read a situation.
Mm-hmm.
By that I mean understand. And with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank y'all for listening. Please just share this. Just talk to everybody that you can about this. Because this was a great episode. And Peyton, you can have the final words.
Just be safe and, understand each other, work together, love each other. That's, we're all proud of you. That's, that's all we can say. God bless. God is good.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time, God is good.
And please like, comment, and share, please. And, obviously comment or even email us if you really want to about, if you're going through something, we're more than willing to talk to you.
Hell yeah.
We want to help.
Bro, I drive trucks for a living. I'm a trash truck driver. I don't like being. I don't even know why I said that, because I don't like being on the phone and shit when I'm working. Like, even though I can talk to you, I got a headset I can talk to you on, but I don't like talking on the phone. But I'm during work hours. But like after I get off, like if you hit me up in an email and we communicate some shit and you had an understanding, and we both have an understanding, we can come to a common ground. I bet we can talk, bro. I got to get the gift the gab, and we only record shows on mainly on Fridays and Saturdays. The only reason this is different because I was on vacation and shit, so that's why this is off schedule. But during the week when I get off and you off or you can talk, bro, let's talk. Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm not
please don't be afraid to reach out.
Don't think oh, bro, we got 20 subscribers on this fucking channel. If you think we too big to talk to you, you overthinking it. You overthinking it, dog. You not understanding. You need to understand. The bigger
please don't be afraid,
bro. The bigger this channel gets, the more people you'll have to talk to.
And we can reach out to them and, spread our word and our wisdom.
Exactly. Because we're not bullshitting, bro.
Mm-mm.
We're not bullshitting. We don't want nothing. We're not saying sign up to my program, pay $1,000 and we'll talk. No, we're not doing that bullshit, bro. We'll never do free. That bullshit. Pussies do that. Liars do that. Charlatans do that. We're not doing that. We want to talk to you, bro. Let's talk. But at the same time, if we have a fucking event where we talking in person, best believe you gonna get searched. Motherfuckers ain't gonna Chris Kyle me. You ain't gonna do no American Sniper shit to me. With American Sniper wanted to help this fucking vet, and the vet shot Chris Kyle and killed him. You ain't gonna do that shit to me, and you ain't gonna do that shit to Peyton. You ain't gonna do that shit to nobody we love. Fuck that. Like, we want to help you, but at the end of the day, hey, don't fuck around and find out. That ain't no threat. That ain't no. I'm not Billy Badass. Neither one of us are Billy Badass, and we ain't trying to be Billy Badass. But come correct. We're gonna come correct when we talking to you. Come correct when you talking to us, because it's all respect. Respect.
Anyways, this is a good point to just, hey, all right, y'all have a good night. Amen.
Amen. I'm just letting motherfuckers know. I love you. That's what I'm saying. I love you. You ain't gonna Chris Kyle me. And that rest in peace to Chris Kyle. I ain't talking shit about him either.
Amen. We love you. Y'all have a great night. All right. Peace out.
Peace out.